Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the hijab and hijab wearing in different seasons. As a hijabi of almost 8 years, alhamdulillah, I know that it can be challenging, it can be a bit of a process to figure out how to adjust your hijab and the materials and the styles for different weather conditions. So I like to see it as an opportunity to get creative and have fun with your wardrobe. So in this video, I will be sharing some tips and tricks from my personal experience that helped me navigate different seasons and different weather conditions as a hijabi. But before we start, I wanted to quickly bring your attention to my free ebook, How to Celebrate Your Natural Beauty as a Hijab Wearing Woman, which means embracing your looks and loving how you look without relying on makeup. So in this book, I share some tips when it comes to styling and accessorizing your hijab, mention different materials and styles and colors that you can use to enhance your natural features without relying on makeup. I also talk about things like the importance of self-love and self-care, how you can do the inner work on your mindset to help you build that confidence and feel beautiful without relying on makeup. I also share with you my personal story of how I overcame my negative image and became my most confident self, who I am right now, the version of me I am right now, wearing the hijab and being makeup free. So all of that is in the book. It's a quick and easy read, and it comes in two different formats, a PDF file and an audiobook as well. So if you love audiobooks as much as I do, I got you covered there. The link is in the description, so go ahead and download it. It's completely free. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So let's get started with the video. Salam, I'm Veronika Edali. I'm a Riva to Islam, a founder of a modest activewear brand, a content creator, a wife, and a mom. I share my life and business journey as a Muslim woman living in New Zealand. My mission is simple: help Muslim women to embrace modesty and hijab while following their true passion. I create content to boost self-confidence, mindset, and lift your spirit so you can successfully balance faith, career, and motherhood. Subscribe for inspiration, motivation, and lots of laughter, all from a Muslim woman's perspective. So we all know that wearing the hijab is a kind of an all year round commitment. And it can be a little bit challenging to figure out what to wear for different seasons, especially if you're a new hijabi. So we'll go through each season and let's get started with the hot summer months. Summer can be a particularly challenging season for hijabis. Oof. With the heat and the humidity, it can be really tough to stay cool and comfortable being fully covered. One trick would be to opt out for lightweight and breathable fabrics that are also light in color. I recommend going for cotton, for bamboo, something very loose and very breezy. These fabrics are not only comfortable, but they also absorb moisture. And that will help you feel cool in the heat. Well, as cool as you can be. So the same goes for your clothing that you're wearing and the hijab materials. And when it comes to styles of hijab, you can also wear the hijab styles that allow for maximum flow. I'm going to insert some of the pictures from my trip to Turkey. That's when I had to endure a 40 degrees Celsius heat as a hijabi. And I really figured out there what works for me. When I'm in the heat like that, I usually go for cotton and bamboo hijabs. I don't wear an undercap, and I style my hijab in a single layer over my head. And then very loosely over my neck. Once again, the pictures and the images are all here, so you can have a look of how I style my hijab in the heat. The fabrics are super breathable, are very light, bamboo and cotton. They are as light as they get, and they are also very breathable, and they absorb the moisture. They really help you feel cool. And they're natural fibers. It's just your skin doesn't get irritated with the sweat. Having the right material is a must. So this is how I wear my hijab. And when it comes to my clothing, once again, cotton, linen, something very loose, very flowy. I go for wide leg pants. I have a collection of them now. Just they are very, very breathable. The breeze goes through them in and out very easily. I go for oversized boyfriend shirts. Sometimes I even wander into the men's section where I can find really baggy cotton and linen shirts that I can wear during summer. This is what works for me. You can also go for maxi dresses. Once again, make sure they're not synthetic, something that is very loose and flowy. If you're a dress person, I'm a mom. I'm constantly climbing with my kids. I am all over the show. Sometimes I need to sit and bend down. Like, I need to be comfortable. I need to be able to climb to the top of the playground and retrieve my kid. So I don't usually go for maxi dresses and abayas in this season of life that I'm in right now, alhamdulillah. So I go for wide leg pants so I can climb and get to places. And of course, a couple of extra tips. Don't forget to stay hydrated during summer. Coconut water is great. It's my absolute favorite. Or if you don't have or don't like coconut water, stick to normal water. Make sure you drink extra liquids so that you are hydrated, and that will help cool your body down. And don't forget to wear sunscreen. Sunscreen is great. I live in New Zealand. The sun is very harsh. I don't even skip sunscreen in the winter. It's a must. So don't forget those basics, and make sure you choose your materials and shapes and styles wisely so that you can be cool and comfortable in the summer. Now let's talk about fall or autumn. We call it autumn in New Zealand, but I know a lot of you out there are from America, and America and Canada, I think you guys call the season fall. So fall or autumn. I'm gonna use autumn from now on because that's what I'm used to. But let's talk about autumn. I love autumn, because that means I can wear hoodies, I can wear jackets, I can feel very comfortable in my hijab without being really sweaty and without being super cold because, I hate the cold. That's why I moved out of Russia. But I always get excited for autumn because I love sweaters, I love hoodies, I love textures, I love earthy colors. So I go all in with the season. Right now it's autumn in New Zealand and I love it. I love it. It's cool. It's very breezy in the mornings. I feel very comfortable being fully covered. I'm not hot, I'm not cold. I can wear all of my favorite pieces. But if you're new to hijab and you're thinking of what you need to get to feel comfortable in fall, autumn, being a hijabi, and especially if you're just putting the hijab on and it happens to be autumn, all you need is get a couple of extra cardigans and a couple of extra jackets or like blazers, stuff that you can put on top of your wardrobe. It's very easy to build up your wardrobe if you decide to start wearing the hijab in autumn. You just need a couple of extra pieces and a couple of actual headscarves, hijabs, to make your look work and be very, very comfortable. So for me, yes, it's jackets, it's cardigans, it's hoodies. I love autumn. Autumn is fairly easy if you're a hijabi, but that's when I would normally just go for my favorite of all times, hijab fabric, which is jersey, bamboo jersey or cotton jersey. It's like having sweatpants on your head. Once again, I am a mom. I need to be comfortable when I run my errands, or when I'm just like out and about. Jersey. In the heat of the summer, I don't like wearing jersey. I need something a little bit lighter like bamboo hijabs. But for autumn, I live in jersey. I live in jersey hijabs, whether they are bamboo or cotton hijabs. Still, no undercap. I prefer not to wear them. I only wear undercaps when I wear hijabs like this one, chiffon hijabs. But yeah, I just live in jersey hijabs. Very comfortable. If you want to look more put together, you can go for chiffon hijabs or like satin hijabs or silk hijabs. They are also great for autumn. Okay, I felt like autumn was pretty easy. Let's think about winter, and winter like snowy winter. New Zealand winter is pretty mild. New Zealand winter is like September in my hometown back in Russia. So my last experience being a hijabi in the winter, and like proper snowy, blizzardy, cold winter, is when I spent 6 weeks in Turkey 7 years ago. The key to being the hijabi in the winter, it's actually quite easy, yet it requires a little bit of planning, because layering is your best friend. You need to make sure you have a good base layer, a good, cardigan, a good jacket. You need to think about how you can be comfortable outside and comfortable inside. So you have to think about how you can layer yourself like a beautiful onion that you are. So you can easily add layers and peel layers to make sure that you are as comfortable as you can be. So if you live in a cold climate or you're starting to wear the hijab in the winter, consider investing in a wool hijab, in a pashmina or like merino wool beanie that you can wear on top of your hijab. Yeah, you can also wear the hijab and then wear a beanie, or you can actually get a wool hijab that will keep you really warm. I actually have a few pashmina hijabs, and yeah, the last time I wore it was in Turkey, and I'm still keeping it safe and sound for the next time I'll be in the cold climate. Inshallah. I do think that snow is magical, and maybe one day I find myself in the snow even for a little while, inshallah. But yes, materials. You need to think about materials that will keep you warm. Go for thick hijabs. And like pashmina hijabs, kashmir hijabs, all of those materials will definitely keep you warm as a hijabi. But now it comes to realizing, okay, it's cold outside and I'm all like stylish and cozy outside, but then I go inside, for example, in a classroom if you're studying, and they have central heating, and I'm wearing this thick pashmina hijab, this wool hijab, that keeps me very hot. What do? The solution is simple. Preparation. Make sure you have a spare hijab and you can go to the bathroom and change your outdoor hijab to your indoor hijab. And that can be any hijab that goes with your outfit. Think about layering and interchanging your hijabs. Another thing that I did, if I didn't want to change my hijabs, I would wear my normal hijab, and I would make sure that I wear a jacket that has a hood on it, and then I would just literally pull the hood over, secure it, and that keeps me really warm and cozy. And when I get inside, I take the jacket with a hood or the hoodie that was under my jacket, I take it all off, put it on a coat hanger, and then I'm just wearing my regular hijab. I don't have to restyle my hijab or take it off and put a different hijab on. I'm already good to go. It's just having that extra layer over your head. A lot of women prefer to wear a beanie on top as well to keep you warm. Do whatever works for you. But when I was in Turkey, I didn't have a beanie. I just would put a hood on, and that'll keep me warm. And if you are in a cold climate, I would strongly encourage you to invest in some turtlenecks. They literally have like little bib turtlenecks that you can easily take off and put on. They also have, I'm not sure if I used it right, bib turtleneck. If you have the right correct term, please drop it in the comments below. But basic layers, merino wool turtleneck, perfect. It'll be something that you can wear underneath to keep your neck covered. If you're wearing a chiffon hijab like this, if the wind blows, a cold wind, winter wind blows, it'll go straight through. And if you're not wearing extra sort of protection on your neck, it might get you very cold. Way back when I was living in Russia, I would hate when like the wind will go on my throat. It would instantly make me sick. So I always had turtlenecks to wear or like really big scarves. So you can either invest in nice turtlenecks, and I recommend going for merino wool turtlenecks because they are so lightweight yet so warm. They are amazing. I need to get some for winter because I am hoping to go to the mountains this winter, inshallah. So I should really think about getting a couple of turtleneck basics to wear underneath. But yeah, it's very thin, it's very breathable, and it keeps you very warm. And alternatively, you can also get a nice chunky like infinity wool scarves that you can just put on top of your hijab to keep you nice and warm. I've also seen some hijabis wear earmuffs on top of their hijab just to keep their ears warm. But yeah, also an undercap. Wear a good undercap. It's just an extra layer that'll keep your ears warm. Okay, let's talk about spring. Spring is probably very similar to autumn. You probably might want to go for brighter colors if you like me and you like to change up your colors with the seasons. Well, New Zealand winter kind of falls into your regular spring and autumn weather everywhere else in the world, like in the northern hemisphere, like Russia, Canada, in some parts of the United States, like traditional seasons as we know them. So with the spring, it's just a matter of making sure that you don't get wet. You know, rain jackets, you just wear stuff on top of your hijab. But once again, layering is good. Make sure that you have the right clothing so that you are comfortable. So the spring would also be same advice as the autumn. Make sure you layer jackets, cardigans, very easy peasy. It's just a matter of maybe going with the vibe. I think we feel differently in autumn and spring. So I do. I love spring because I know the summer is coming and everything is blooming and blossoming and you just want to wear, you know, happy bright colors, and you don't necessarily want to be like cozy and wear hoodies. You want to wear those kind of brighter spring statements. That's when in the spring, that's when I usually whip out some jewelry and yeah. And just make sure that, you know, everything is going with the Islamic modesty, no matter the season. It's no secret that modest fashion has gained a lot of popularity in the recent years, which is great for us modesty-loving gals. When I look back at 2015, because that's when I decided to put the hijab on, there was literally nothing to work with. My wardrobe was all over the show. I had to like mix and match things and patterns and nothing was going together. I call that period of time as a hijab puberty. I didn't really know my style and I didn't have many good pieces to work with. So it was a bit of a train wreck. But alhamdulillah, now if you decide to put the hijab on in 2023, you have ample of options to work with. So you can definitely find the pieces and hijab materials and modest statement pieces that you want to wear, that you want to incorporate in your wardrobe so much easier. Like, there are so many options out there. Not only mainstream brands are tapping into modest fashion, there are also a lot of hijab and modesty-friendly Muslim companies are popping up, and a lot of sisters are producing great products for their fellow sisters in Islam, and that's just wonderful. Alhamdulillah. So whether it's summer or winter or spring or autumn, I'm sure you can find the modest pieces that help you express who you are as an individual without you sacrificing your comfort, your style, or your modest values. I believe that the way we dress is an extension of who we are, and it can have a significant impact on how we feel. And it's especially true when it comes to wearing hijab and modest clothing. It's not just about covering up, it's about expressing ourselves and our beliefs. So it's worth taking some time to experiment with different pieces, styles, and fabrics, and go with something that makes us feel confident and comfortable. When you feel good in your clothing, it shows in your posture, it shows in your body language, it shows in the way you carry yourself. Rather than settling for makeshift solutions and just simply going through the motions, it's important to be intentional in the way we present ourselves to the world, whether it's through our hijab or our clothing choices. Let's make conscious effort to reflect our best selves and carry that with confidence throughout our lives, inshallah. So thank you so much for watching this video. I did speak really fast and I did ramble. If you want me to dive into a particular topic deeper and go further, make sure you let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. I am very passionate about wearing the hijab in a way that makes you feel confident and beautiful and put together without sacrificing your modesty and Islamic values. I believe with my heart and soul that it is possible and it is essential for every single one of us. We are supposed to look presentable, we are supposed to look put together, and we are supposed to feel good in what we wear. So if you want to carry on the discussion, make sure you let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up, share it with a sister who is thinking about wearing the hijab and she just needs a little bit of guidance when it comes to wearing the hijab during different seasons. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and hang out with me. Until next time, assalamu alaikum. I'll catch you later.